You are someone who spends all of your time focusing on other people on the internet, making fun of them, bringing them down, and calling them lol cows. If this is your source of entertainment in your life, you should look in the mirror, because there's a bigger lol cow standing in your house right now. It's you. You're a loser. You're not even in a down direction anymore. So how is it that I'm doing a combo? Light kick, jab, quarter circle back, 2 punches, and the game still thinks I'm holding down on the joystick when I'm not. It's got to have something to do with the lax inputs. It has to have something to do with it. That this game is storing inputs and or thinking that I'm still doing things that I've long stopped doing. And I think it's going to be essentially a situation where I just need to play as much as I can, and the better I will get over time as I get used to it. Right now, I'm still not used to it. I don't get why I'm still getting moves I'm not doing. But it's got to be something that I have to adjust to. It's not going to be me sitting here yelling at the game isn't going to fix it. I need to actually play more, and I need to get used to it and adapt. That's the only way I'm going to get better at this game. So I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to say, oh, fuck this game and throw things. I'm just going to say, well, I'm mad in the moment. I'm going to continue on. I'm going to try to persevere. I'm going to try to get better. And that's what I've been trying to do. And, you know, I apologize because some people, they've watched me play Street Fighter 6 and they see my rage when this happens. When I'm in the middle of a round and it's the end of the round and, oh, the move drops. Like, oh, I had it won. I get so upset. And people are like, dude, like, you really get tilted. You get full of rage. I'm like, yeah. Because here's the thing. There's a couple factors involved. Factor number one, all right? You get a lot of adrenaline and stuff pumping through you when you're playing a competitive match like this. This is something that, a game that I've played competitively since the 1990s. And when I play Street Fighter competitively like this, it gets the juices flowing. It really does. It gets my heart rate up and I get excited. And you get that feeling of euphoria when you hit that combo that does crazy damage and you do that cool mix up in the corner and it pays off and you win the round. You're like, yes. But it goes vice versa. It goes the opposite way when you're playing and something goes horribly wrong that you know you didn't intend to do. It's not that you did it correctly, because likely the fact that you're getting the wrong move means you inputted wrong. You know, if I'm getting the wrong move, I probably fucked it up. It's my fault. But that doesn't mean that I'm just happy about it. You know what I mean? Like, I get really upset about it. And some people are like, well, other people, they laugh it off. Well, I don't know about laughing it off. Really, I'll be honest, like, for me, I should be upset about it. Because if I get upset about it, now I'm going to try to do better. As opposed to if you're just laughing it off and you don't really care, well then, are you really motivated? I don't know. Maybe some people just handle stuff differently. For me, I do get heated. I do get upset. I get pissed when I know exactly how to win a game or a round. And I know all I need to do is this one thing, and I swear I do it, and I get something different, and then I lose. I'm like, that is the other thing about this game, is that one mistake can lead to a person getting a drive impact or a jump in, and it leads to a giant 50-60% damage punish combo. And you're like, dude, all because my move didn't come out. You know, like, I swear I did the right input, and this is what I got to deal with now, right? So, different people deal with things in different ways, right? And I deal with it in a lot of ways with you know, being upset in the moment. Overall, I'm loving Street Fighter 6. I'm getting better at it. I want to keep playing it. So understand that in those moments when I'm really upset because my stuff didn't come out, you know, that's what it is. It's not me hating on the game or anything like that, all right? But another thing that I do want to address that some people seem to be misconstruing, there are situations where I'm getting upset at the players I'm facing because they're essentially all doing the same exact patterns and random stuff, and they're getting away with it online. Yeah, that upsets me because it's the same thing that happened in Street Fighter 4. It's the same thing that happens in all these games. It's an online setting. In an online setting, you can get away with a lot of stuff because there's always going to be added delay when you're playing online. Just to give you guys some examples, these people who online are just throwing out drive impact moves left and right, up and down, will not get away with it in an offline setting. The people who every opportunity they have do a random overdrive reversal move. You know, it used to be EX Dragon Punch, right? But now it's overdrive reversal. That's what we call it in Street Fighter 6. Everyone who just does it constantly, that's 100% online bullshit. They only get away with it because they're playing online. These people don't even understand the basic concepts of how to play a fighting game, but they get away with stuff because they're playing in an online environment. Yeah, it's upsetting. As someone who played high-level competitive play in Street Fighter for many, many years, to see people just spam shit online, and there's really not much you can do about it because you're playing online, you know? Like, well, they're just going to keep getting away with it, keep getting away with it, keep getting away with it. There's almost only so much you can do, because here's the thing. People are like, well, why don't you just do what they do and get away with it? I could, but then I'm basically dumbing myself down to the point where I'm playing the game like a moron, and then when I actually play someone good, I'm going to get bodied. That's the thing. When you're playing at a high level, you've got all these things in mind. You know, the enemy might do this mix-up or that, and you have to be ready for it. Not, oh, they're just going to throw out a random, completely unsafe move that just so happens that if it hits because it's a Hail Mary move, they could get a giant reversal combo. You're not thinking that because a fucking intelligent person doesn't do that in a competitive fighting game. But someone who doesn't know, so, oh, whatever, throw it out, duh, and then it fucking hits you. You're like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. Like, who the hell would have done that in a competitive match? No one who understands the game. Yet it hits me because I didn't know that they would be throwing that out constantly, right? So that's the thing. And that's a big factor in a game like this. You know, it really is. What's going to happen is, if I continue to play, certain characters and I rank them up, once I get to the higher ranks, you're not going to see that bullshit spam anymore. You're just not. It's not going to happen, but I still have to deal with it. Even at 5-star platinum, I'm still dealing with it. People walk forward, fucking drive impact. Like, what are you doing? Like, why would I even think you're going to do that? Because you're so dumb, you could cost yourself the whole round to do it. But then they do it, and like, oh my God. So anyway, yeah, when that happens, I get frustrated. Being honest, it's me being honest about the game and the gameplay. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, I'm sorry, I can't teach you the ins and outs of competitive play of fighting games in a nutshell here quickly. But I'm just telling you, there's a reason to be upset about that stuff. Like, that's stuff that doesn't fly offline in a competitive environment. In addition, as I've already explained many times, there's a certain amount of gameplay in this game that's so similar, even though the characters are supposed to be different. So I can tell you right now, characters like Juri, Jamie, Cammy, DJ, Ken, just to name a few, because there's like probably 7, 8 characters. They all play almost the same. They have almost identical mid-range gameplay. They fish. Do you know what that means, fishing? All they're looking for is one hit. Because if they get one hit, their build allows them to do a dash cancel combo that is a ginormous punish combo for huge damage that then leads to an advantageous mix-up situation that keeps them on top of the match for the rest of the round unless you happen to get a random reversal or get out of it. And it's stupid because so many characters play like that. And there's so many characters that don't. And I like the characters that don't. You know, you're not going to get to do that with Blanca. You're not going to get to do that with Zangief. You're not going to get to do that with Lily. But there's so many characters who have that. And it just makes the game too similar. And so when I'm fighting a Cammy that literally is mashing jab and it beats everything, and then she dash cancels and gets me in the corner. Now I can't get out of the corner and the round is over. It's like, but you didn't do anything. You literally mashed jab. You didn't time it. You didn't, you know what I mean? There was a Ken who literally was just walking forward, mashing medium punch. And just fishing for a hit. And then eventually it hit me once, dash cancel, giant combo. Now I'm in the corner, mix up, high low, mix up, throw, mix up, high low, mix up, throw, done. You hit me once. You literally legitimately hit me once. And that was the game. Because your build is so ridiculous compared to the other characters that you get away with this ridiculous safe nonsense. It's like, what skill was there? Did he catch me with it? No, he was just spamming it. And eventually it hit. Oh, that's it. Round over. Like, what? And that frustrates me. And that's me being honest about the meta of the game right now. If you don't like it, go watch someone else who's going to kiss the game's butt. I'm not going to kiss the game's butt. I like Street Fighter 6. I like that there's variety in the gameplay. It's not like Street Fighter 5 where everyone plays the same. But there's about half the cast who play the same. And that's not good. I feel like overall they need to mix it up a little more instead of just constant mid-screen, fishing for one hit, rush down, mix up in the corner, game's over. That's the meta of the game right now when it comes to half the cast. The other half the cast play completely differently, and that's where the variety lies. That's where the enjoyment is for me. Seeing the different characters play differently with different strategies. But when, again, half the cast is the same, that's annoying. Okay? So, listen, I'm gonna get full of adrenaline. I'm gonna get upset when I drop inputs. I'm gonna get upset if I lose to a style of gameplay that I don't feel is very challenging, you know? And some people are like, why don't you do it? Because I don't find enjoyment in it. I'm being honest here. Right now, if I were to pick Ken, and I were to learn these dash cancels and just do it constantly, mix up and get 5,000 wins. If I went right to a master level with Ken, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't get any enjoyment out of it. I wouldn't. That's always been, like me, I've always challenged myself to play with characters that I feel are my style and or I enjoy playing with more. And that's always been characters where it's a little bit weird, it's a little bit different. You need to react to what the opponent is doing. You need to fool them or mix up and maybe get a big punish. I don't like character where 1,000,000% it's just constant. Offense, 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 offense. I don't ever have to stop because I'm perfectly safe in everything I do. Offense, 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 mash, 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 cancel, mash, mash, cancel, mash, mash, cancel, cancel, cancel. It's obnoxious. Really. And I know that's a perfectly valid style of gameplay. It's been in many, many different fighting games, right? It has. But I just hope that Street Fighter 6 doesn't become Rushdown Fighter and there's only 5 characters that are really viable in a tournament. I hope that's the case, that it doesn't, it doesn't become that. I really hope that. Because right now, that's at the level I'm playing, that's what's beating me. It's not like I'm being outplayed. People are fooling me. People know how to get around my stuff. It's, oh, I just do completely safe mid-screen stuff and it's all, 100% safe and there's nothing you can do about it. Deal with, just get fucked. Like, and it drives me bonkers. Okay? So, anyway, that's my feelings about Street Fighter 6 so far. I still